Hey, it's John and Jody with Healthy Living in the Villages. And we wanted to tell you something really fun we did last week while Dad was here visiting. Fun fact, an 87-year-old coming from the Northeast, what did he want to do was be in the sun.
Be younger.
He wanted that too. So we decided to do a different pool every day while Dad was here. And that was pretty fun because how many pools are there here in the villages? Like all
110.
110. So that includes like the community, the neighborhood pools, the sports pools, all the different types that are here. But we wanted to talk about whether it was worth it for a country club pool membership. And so with Dad, we decided to go to different country club pools. So it was pretty interesting, right? Pretty fun.
Yes, and the question is it worth it? Because you do pay extra. Now, we could go to a lot of those pools for free.
Yeah.
So we could have taken him to our neighborhood pool, and it has water.
It does.
It does. And it has chairs. Uh-huh. But what we were looking to see is spending the extra to go to the country club pools worth it?
Right. So let's talk about the differences, right, that we found just on our little adventure last week, right, because we tried a different one each day. So we thought it was interesting because we brought him to the ones we thought that he would like, I guess that we probably like. So at the end of the visit, we asked him which one was his favorite, and we were really surprised with what he picked, right? So, but let's go through them. So the differences of going to a country club pool versus just one of the regular pools, right? So biggest difference, I think, is you have either a restaurant right there poolside or you have wait staff coming around.
Right. So we could get drinks and food at most any time that it's open.
Right, which is lovely. But you also have to remember that if you go to one of the neighborhood pools, then you can bring a cooler with whatever you'd like to bring, but you cannot do that when you go to one of the country club pools because they provide stuff there, so you can't bring your own. So it's good to know. Also, something I think is good to keep in mind, when you have that country club membership, your guest passes for your guests, it will mark it on there. So if you have people coming to town, make sure you get your guest pass.
And I think on the plus side, on is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it, is that we pay for ourselves. So we pay for we paid two people for a year. It was $284 for 1 year. And that breaks down to about $6 a week. So you can just figure if you're using it once every 2 weeks or so, you get $12. But it attaches to anytime you have a guest pass, it attaches to their pass. So if we have our kids come down with our grandkids, it attaches to their 4 passes.
Right, which is a great value, right? But also, thing to know, because I think the Villages is pretty smart with this stuff, you cannot bring a neighbor as a guest to one of those pools. So you can't bring a fellow villager unless they have their own membership. It's only your guests that come in and stay with you. So that's something good to know, right? Because we tried to do that once. So it's interesting when you break down what the different ones have, right? So let's talk about. So we brought him to Orange Blossom. We thought that would be his favorite. Sometimes I kind of think that's one of our favorites. Orange Blossom has a lot of cool stuff, right? It has the wait staff that comes around, which a lot of them, not all of them, have that. So I thought that was convenient, right? Food was really good. Everything we had there was really good.
Yes, he did have a Bloody Mary at every pool.
True.
So at the end, we will tell you which pool had the best Bloody Mary.
So true.
According to Stan Postus.
Exactly. Orange Blossom also does have music playing, which I thought was a benefit through their speaker system. They have the hot tub and the waterfall. So a lot of good value there, but it also, at least from our experience, has been the most crowded of the country club pools we have been to. For the times we've been there, that's had the most people. So if you want activity and a lot of people, that was a really, really good one, right?
Yeah, so we thought that would be his favorite pool.
Yeah, we really did. Another one we visited with Dad was Evans Prairie, and that was really pretty. Very, very quiet. beautiful surroundings.
Yes, it sits right on the edge of a marshland, and it's beautiful to look out over. And there is nothing, right there making noise. A trail, pickleball,
True.
golf. So it's very quiet.
Yeah, yeah. And the restaurant, absolutely loved the restaurant there at Evans Prairie. So we went in to get our drinks, but then when we ordered food, they did bring that out, which was really nice.
Yep.
So that was definitely a beautiful one. But you got a lot of choices. Nancy Lopez, that food was incredible. We did eat when we were there as well. That has a restaurant attached to the pool. So you do have tables that are right there, but they did also have wait staff that came around, and we liked the food that we got there. The one thing I thought with that pool, my dad loves the sun, and that pool is half shaded with trees. So in the summer, I'm guessing that's really awesome, but it was a little bit chilly this time of year on that one side of the pool. So
The trees are also there as a buffer between you and the road.
yeah,
So
which is nice.
Don't cut down the trees.
Right,
Want
we
the
want
trees
the trees
there.
But just a little bit of feedback on that one. So you have, for your country club pools, right? Let's go over them. You have Cane Garden, beautiful backdrop as well. That one's really pretty,
Yeah, that one sits right on the golf course.
right? And then Evans Prairie, you have Glenview, Havana, Mallory Hill, Lopez Legacy, and the Orange Blossom. So those are all your choices when you get that country club pool membership. And so what's our verdict? What do you say? Worth it? Not worth it?
Oh, I think it's 100% worth it.
I'm with you.
Because
Yeah.
we would have just been going to the same local pool, the neighborhood pool without this with them. Because, of course, they can't go to the sports pools.
Right.
And so this allows us to take them there. And at 87, like his pickleball days are over. And I know that there's somebody 87 out there still playing, but most 87-year-olds aren't going to be doing that. So just to have this to go to a different pool every day and a little bit different, and to also see all the waterfall and the marsh and everything else that we saw was beautiful.
And if you're looking for what the healthy foods are to eat at those, we'll be doing a separate video. So stay tuned for that. But drum roll, which one was his favorite of the Bloody Marys?
Now remember, this is according to Stan Postis, who has had many Bloody Marys in his life.
I would say he's a connoisseur of them.
He might even be having one right now.
It's so true. So his favorite was, blah, 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 drum roll.
It was the first one, right?
Evans Prairie.
Evans Prairie.
Evans Prairie was his favorite.
Evans Prairie was
so shout out to the bartenders there.
At Evans Prairie.
Yeah, he was very impressed and he really liked it. And it was a success. So it did make having guests, we really loved having it. We go to the country club pools ourselves too, but when guests are in town, really makes a huge difference. So we both think, right? Thumbs up to getting your membership.
And also to mention, you don't have to buy it by the year. There are shorter
6
packages.
months, 6 month, 1 month.
1 month or 6 months. So you don't have to spend that much.
Yeah, so definitely I think worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah, so we appreciate you guys
up.
clicking in. Make sure you like and subscribe. We love hearing your feedback, and we love meeting you guys around town. So please come up and say hi if we see you around the Villages. And we look forward to seeing you soon in the Villages if you don't live here yet.
Bye.
Bye.